Welcome, friends, to the Beaver Dam. We've had some interesting comments lately about remodding, and I want to talk about how to remod with ease, how to make it just the easiest thing in the world. And of course, you know, when it comes to remodding, there's a lot to work out when it comes to modding in general. If you need help learning how mods should be farmed and that kind of thing, look at the card above. It'll take you to my playlist of mod videos that should help you out. But regardless, going in, basically I want you to utilize your mod loadouts hard. And so mod loadouts are right down here. You can click on assign loadouts, and I want you to do exactly what I've done here. And you can see I have a tab called base characters. And so should be like the first thing that you set up. And what you're setting up here is you're setting up your loadouts. And so you can see right here, once you click the loadout button, you can just create a loadout from a character, which is what I want you to do. So I want you to go through your character list, and you click up here, click speed, and you can click mods just so you can see what you're looking at for all the mods. I know this is a little bit more confusing. And then you're going to go through your top 5 characters that have speed on them, and you're going to take those and you're going to save their loadouts. And then after that, you're going to look for characters that are really fast that have different types of mods that you could be needing, and then you'll take those as well. So like for instance, Maul is quite fast and has an offense set. You're gonna like look through and be like, oh yeah, you know, this person over here has where is my Han? I can't even find my Han right now. Where? I've got so many characters nowadays. There he is. You got Han right here, and you're like, oh yeah, crit chance, crit damage. And so you're going to save that because you're going to need crit chance and crit damage for different events. And what that ends up allowing you to do is that you have a base level of characters. And so if someone's just like in a guide, they're just like, okay, you want a character with crit damage on them, then you're just like, oh sick, I just click my fastest crit damage person and it'll move the mods over to that person, and then you can move the mods back to that person because you have them saved by name here in your base characters. But then what about the mods that you have on the current character for that event? That's why I have this temp page. And so like for instance, Dash Rendar right here. And so if I was looking at Dash Rendar and I was like, oh, it's supposed to be speed health, and it's, you know, it needs to be over this speed threshold, I'm like, sick, okay, so I can just assign the loadout and go base characters. Supreme Leader Kylo Ren is my fastest character with speed health, so we'll assign that. That also gives him, you know, the offense, which is super nice. And so perfect. And then we can confirm that, and all of a sudden Dash Rendar is now ready to go for the Star Killer event. And then we're like, okay, well now we finished with Dash Rendar. Let's bring Dash Rendar's gear back to him, and then we can go back and then go to our Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and we can once again hit Supreme Leader Kylo Ren, and voila. And so because you're taking your top characters, you end up with a lot of stuff that you can do with it, because this is going to be typically what you're pulling from to put on your characters you need for events. Another thing that you can do is Jedi Knight Luke. So like you have a legendary event, and then you use your temp one as the characters you're pulling from, because you might be pulling from several different characters if you need a very specific set. And so you can create some loadouts of all of the characters you're going to be pulling from, and then create loadouts of the finished loadouts. That way you can go in and out of the event if you need to, if like there's a GAC sign up. And so overall, it's not too hard to go through and just assign mod loadouts. And I know that this is going to be problematic for you at first, because you're going to end up with things like, you know, you're going to have to go through and make all these loadouts and that kind of stuff. But honestly, it saves you so much time. You're not going to end up missing mods on anyone for Grand Arena. You're not going to have any problems whatsoever, like going into the raid. Like I've got my raid tab right here, and so all of these are from my top characters that I have, and so I can click on them and I can assign them, and then I can just go back to the base characters and put them back. And all I got to do is open up my temp tag and put down the people that I'm using in the thing. So it's like, you know, I'm sitting here and I'm like, well, I know that one of my teams is going to be Iden Versio, which is Imperial Troopers, so we'll grab Iden Versio. We're going to assign a loadout, create loadout in the temp tag, And then we go back out. And then I always use Iden Versio with C3PO. And so now we're going to go over to the Rebel tag. And voila. Now I can move mods onto C3PO, like the Imperial Trooper mods, which he's a Rebel, so he'd get the Rebel mods, right? And so we pull the Rebel mods over to him. We throw Iden Versio with the Imperial Trooper mods, but then we can go back here and we can give them their mods right back with zero problems. And so this is the kind of stuff that you're going to want to do. So preparation gives you so much, makes life so much easier. I love that Princess Leia is missing a mod, and she's faster than C3PO. Oh, I might have to see if I can pull some more mods from her and put them on a character I actually use, because I've stopped using Princess Leia. I was using her on defense for a bit. Anyways. But yeah, so hopefully that helps you guys kind of get a grasp on remodding, because like taking the time and being like, you know, going through your characters and being like, okay, is he missing any mods? I think it's these 6 mods, is going to just end up with very inconsistencies in your characters, and you're going to be going into battles assuming you're, you know, your Darth Vader has 262 speed, but then you go into the battle and you get absolutely wiped and you're like, what was that? And you click and you're like, oh, I put the wrong mods on him because I thought that these were the right ones, and so I was assuming it was the same ones I had before. And so making these mod loadouts is going to be super helpful, and you can do more folders, you can do more of that type of thing, but overall, I mean, this is the easiest way to do it, is just to get some base characters set up, and then after that, you know, you can start making these temp folders, these for this event folder and things like that. So hopefully this helps. If you guys have a way that you do it that's easier, I would love to hear it. Throw it in the comments section. We all want to hear it, because, you know, remodding is a pain in the butt for most people. Additionally, I do want to put you onto something. It does cost $10 a month, but there is something called Hot Utils. And go look it up. You know, you can find a video by Arnold. I'm going to probably make a video about it here soon. But overall, the whole program is based around making life easier in Galaxy of Heroes. If you have a more expensive membership, you can use it to scout out the enemy territory war opponent, so you can go through their guild and see exactly how many GLs they have versus how many GLs you have, and get all of their stats and everything like that. You can do the same thing with your grand arenas. You can get your stats versus their stats, how many 6-dot mods versus your 6-dot mods, what they have overall in their roster, their fastest characters, all kinds of cool stuff like that. But most importantly, you can save mod loadouts through it, and it's really simple, really easy to use. I use it myself, and it's absolutely amazing, and it makes it so that way I can just rip off mods however I want to and just throw them on whatever characters, and then I have a default mod loadout that I just click and it'll move everything back to every character, and it allows me to do things much easier. So it's another option for you guys. So overall, mod loadouts, take advantage of them, please. On the other side, consider Hot Utils. If you really love this game, I think $10 a month isn't going to be killer. There's also a $40 a month version that you get 3 extra people, and so then you can get the stuff for your guild, as well as getting 3 other accounts, and so then you can go in with, you know, 3 of your friends, 3 of your guild mates, and each pay for it and get, you know, $10 for each person, so it actually won't equal, you know, you paying a ton of money. So go take a look at that. But yeah, I would love to hear your guys' thoughts overall on remodding and how much of a pain it is. Thank you guys so much for watching. If this helped you guys out, I would love to hear about it in the comments section. And if this is one of our early guides, you know, we're trying to get through guides that are going to help new players. So if you see a guide like this and you see it and you are like, I don't know if that'll help me, please still click on it. It helps me out a lot to get it out to the new players, and I really want these guides to hit the new players that it can help most. So please do watch all of the videos I have that seem like they're new player guides. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.